Hi, my name is Kevin Polke, and I am the founder and president of Shatter Our Silence. My son, who's 20 years old, graduated from Rockford Christian in 2014, and 3% of his class died as a result of suicide. I've been doing counseling for 26 years, and going to that third funeral of kids that I knew. I knew when they were in grade school. I knew that I had to do something different. What I was doing professionally was helping, but there needed to be more that we could do. The biggest aspect of what we do with Shatter Our Silence is just that, is to break the silence and the stigma around these factors and these indicators that lead to a person to be in this darkness. This darkness is what overwhelms these individuals, that causes this hopelessness and this helpless. We know that 90% of the individuals who are suicidal and attempt suicide have depression or some form of mental illness. But what tips it is this darkness is that they don't believe that it's going to stop. They don't necessarily want to die, but they want their pain to end. They want this emotional or this physical pain to end. And that is where they end up making this permanent solution to what may very well be a temporary problem, if they can just get through that moment. So SOS, or Shatter Our Silence, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get opportunities to have people talk about it, significant others, friends, reach out for help, and then education regarding what can you do if someone does reach out to you. I have been involved with Gateway Performing Arts and helping with character development and doing a Q&A after each one of the runs. And Next to Normal was going to be the show that was going to be in the fall. I didn't know anything about Next to Normal until I started watching it, and then I come to find out that this whole story was about how mental illness impacts a family, how it had suicide, how it had the different family roles that play out, how modern the counseling wasn't working, the medication wasn't working, the unresolved grief. All those different things is what I do. Is what I do professionally as a counselor, as a social worker. And then when this idea of Shatter Our Silence came and had an opportunity to do this show again, that really spoke to me, because it is so many different variables that can get affected. People trying to help other people get through this, how parents can be affected, how significant others, how a husband can be affected. In this particular case, there were so many different themes that we could use, that I've used with my clients and used with families. I think art, whatever form that is, whatever form of expressive art, mimics life, and it gives us a way of being able to say sometimes what we can't say. It's a way of breaking that stigma, to be able to talk about those things that we're normally silent about. If I can see it on stage or on film or in some other form, then maybe I'll be able to do that. It can model for me something that I may not be able to do, or it might be able to give me the courage to reach out to someone who's also struggling in that darkness. My name is Kevin Polke, and I choose to shatter our silence.